Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to Ratchet and Clank Future Tools of Destruction. This is you too young for this, and this time we're going to be going around and picking up the final 5 Lombax Flight Components for our friend Aphelion over there. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop to it. Hello, Lombax Ruins. I have a little bit of sad news. It's sad for me because, well, this is actually post-commentary. And, well, yeah, apparently somebody forgot to push export on Audacity when he was trying to do stuff, so, yeah! Alright, so, at least I got my gameplay footage. That's pretty fun and awesome, right, guys? I try not to do post-commentary. I would go ahead and re-record this area, but I'm already, like... At this point in time, I've already gotten to part 14 in my recording, so I kind of don't want to do that. Oh well, whatever. So, yeah, this is future self after Christmas talking to you, but the next couple of parts, I think, will be my past self talking to you before Christmas. So yeah, it's confusing to me too, but yeah, that's what happens when somebody forgets to do all sorts of fun stuff. So anyway, there goes our first Lombax Flight Component right there. You just basically have to go up and around behind the escape pod that brought us to this planet that kind of, I don't know, post-apocalyptic Lombax planet of doom, I guess. I have no idea. But anyway, I really didn't care about those guys.
An interstellar holovite from
Stefan Quarkanopoulos.
Ooh, Stefan Quarkanopoulos. Sounds familiar if you ask me, but I don't know. Whatever. We'll find out about that sooner or later. Probably later, at the end of this episode. And these guys like to swarm me for some odd reason. Now, most of these Lombax Flight Components are really simple. There's 2 of them that are really long to do. The last one I did was in the last episode. That one was probably the longest one to get. Or, well, it's not the hardest one. I kind of consider it one of the easier ones to get, but it is long because you have to go through a whole entire Clank thing. And I like Clank and his gameplay mechanics. So, hey, pretty darn good and all that. So there's our second one of this episode. 3rd overall. Just have to have the grav boots, which, from what I remember, Ratchet got the grav boots back in the first game, I want to say. Like I said, I have not played any of the... well, I've played some of the Ratchet and Clank on the PlayStation 2, but not all the time. So, anyway, these things right here, those little things that are sticking up and out of the ground and spawning those enemies out, I hate those. I seriously do, because they take forever to destroy. How many freaking shots have I shot it without it destroying? Yeah, takes forever, and these guys are getting in my way, getting annoying and all that. So, death to them. But yeah, so how have your guys' Christmases have gone? Mine has gone pretty darn good. I've barely gotten back from visiting my sister, having fun Christmas times with her, and let's see, what did I get? I guess the only thing I didn't get any new video games. Sad face. Which, well, kind of really doesn't matter because I go out and buy my own video games from time to time. I got a few new movies. Iron Man 2, I Am Legend, Fast and Furious. I can't see him from here. Whatever. I don't care. Oh, crap. Okay, this part. This is the hardest. This right here, this is the hardest Lombax Flight Component that I have got. I think I die on this attempt. I have no idea. I can't remember. I believe I die on this attempt. But anyway, back to stuff. I also got an Amazon Kindle Fire. That was my big Christmas present for this year. Whoop-de-friggin-do. I like it. I can read my books and all that. And Groovaton going off in the background. Awesome little music going on here. Love the music of the Groovatron. Ow, death. I died right during the music of the Groovatron. Why is that? Whatever. But yeah, with my Kindle Fire, I go through and, you know, there's this new movie that's coming out later on next year called John Carter, if you guys have ever heard of it. Anyway, I've heard people talk about it, said it's, you know, what do you call it? A cross between Avatar and, oh, what's that one other movie? Prince of Persia. Yeah, that's it. Cross between Avatar and Prince of Persia. And that they weren't excited for it. Well, I'm kind of excited for it because I read John Carter of Mars. It was a while ago, but the movie's based off of a book, and the book was written back in 1912. And so yeah, it's one of those games that and there I go, dying again. Death to me. Whatever, I don't care. But it's one of those books, let me see, it's by who is it? Dang it. It doesn't say. Well, I could find out who wrote it, but Edgar Rice Burroughs, I want to say. The same author who wrote Tarzan. So, yeah. And it's a pretty awesome book. It's a series of books. There's like 5 or so books, I want to say. And from what I understand, Edgar Rice Burroughs didn't finish the series. He kind of left it on a cliffhanger, and then he either lost interest in it or died or whatever. Or he was planning on going to go back to it, but he didn't get the chance to go back to it. I don't know. Anyway, if you like sci-fi adventure type of stuff, I suggest you get a copy of it. But I found the copy of
Hold your breath, Clank.
the John Carter of Mars on the Amazon bookstore and downloaded it to my Kindle, and I'm now reading that. So yeah, that's kind of fun. Getting ready to go see the movie. That's kind of what I did with the Harry Potters. Is I read the Harry Potters and then went to see the movies. Kind of what ruined the movies for me. I mean, if I didn't read the books, I bet you anything that the movies would be actually pretty darn awesome, and they kind of still are. I like the movies, but I like the books better than the movies on the Harry Potter front. But I don't know. I'm kind of glad that they finally, after 100 years, got around to doing a movie of John Carter of Mars. One of my favorite book series, anyway. Alright, I think I have no idea what number of Lombax Flight Component that was, but we shall continue onward to do other stuff with that. But anyway, yeah, that was my Christmas stuff. Oh, and by the way, guys, if this goes up tonight on the 29th, tomorrow is my birthday. So yeah, I don't believe there's going to be any video uploads tomorrow on the 30th as well. I'm going to be out doing a whole bunch of stuff. It's just, for some odd reason, today, the 29th, I kind of have nothing to do, and so that's why I'm trying to get this up and all ready to go. Yeah, I was just looking at my map there to figure out what, like, Lombax Flight Components are left, which is kind of odd. This is one of those fetch missions. I think it's the only fetch mission in the game where everything is actually marked on the map, where all the Lombax Flight Components are. I mean, there's the Leviathan fetch missions, which we will be getting into later on, and there's also a part later on in the Coliseum area of the game that you have to fetch a couple of statuettes in order to get into an optional place. Those aren't marked on the map, but whatever. Yeah, right here I'm just kind of wasting time because I didn't want to go get that last final Lombax Flight Component because it was being... And here I am being stupid and killing myself. I have no idea why I did this. I think I was going back to grab some ammo, and yeah. I misjudged my step, or my jump, and died. I didn't... Whatever. Yeah. Oh, only one Lombax Flight Component left. Yep. And that's the one where it's a bloody massacre. Yay! I actually think I get it. And the reason why it's a bloody massacre, not only are they're the two spawners there that spawn these little imp creatures with maces that whack you upside the head. There's also a whole bunch of those imp creatures in where the Lombax Flight Components are, and you'll see them swarm me. And for some odd reason this time I actually get past them for some odd reason. Yeah, it looks nice and right now, but just wait a few moments. And a couple grenades to the face, this guy does not go down. And yeah, I was just sitting there like, crap, hello, Mr. Imps Peoples, you're going to kill me. Well, at least I got one of those things down. Like I said, I really, really do not like this area of the game. Now, it's kind of interesting because they put you in harder situations, you know, enemies that take a lot more hits in order to take down later on in the game, and a whole bunch more enemies. But the thing is that you have upgraded weapons, a lot more ammo, and if you're playing the game correctly, a lot more stuff to take down the enemies. So in all actuality, it makes it a little bit easier, unless you're playing on hardcore mode, and then they frickin' rape your face in like 1 or 2 hits, which thankfully I'm not playing on hardcore mode. And if I were playing on hardcore mode, I would have to get up to the fullest, highest armor. I did buy an armor in one of the future episodes, and I think that is going to be the only armor that I will buy in this playthrough, because this is technically, if you know what you're doing, a relatively easy game, but it's fun nonetheless. You get really cool stuff, and not to mention a really cool story with Zoni and all that stuff, so I like it. But whatever, I have... oh yeah, I was trying to long jump over to there.
I think we have all the parts we need. Let's get to work. This. Yes? Yes! It's working!
Miserable little truffles. I can't believe they used ticker ammo. What a bunch of cheese. Oh, a Lombax. I thought I'd never see one again. Thanks for repairing me.
Apparently you know about Lombaxes. Do you know what happened here with all the Lombaxes being destroyed and whatnot?
Tachyon carved up the city with his army of Droffids. It was a cruel act of retaliation. If only he had known how evil the Kragmites were. Oh, if they had won the Great War, the entire universe would have fallen under their terrible rule.
So what are the Droffids then?
Unpleasant, dreadful, dreadful, dreadful little creatures from planet Zurich. Tachyon bought their loyalty with Raritanium and recruited them for his own personal army.
So you're basically saying they're the fish heads that are controlling the robotic commandos, right? So why did Tachyon attack the Lombaxes?
I couldn't say, really. Probably to steal their technology. All his ships, his enforcers, even the nanotech combat armor he gave the Droffids, are all made using stolen Lombax technology.
So that's not good. Anyway, do you know where the Lombaxes are by chance?
I am sorry. My memory bank seemed to have been damaged in the crash. The last thing I remember was laying down suppressive fire over the Court of Azimuth.
Court of Azimuth. Anyway, guys, File that away for later. It will become more important. Anyway, not in this game, but in future games. Anyway, can you play this hollow invite that we just received from Quark?
Of course. I am equipped with an HD47 optical holoscreen. Hop in.
Alright, let's go.
Mad for mayhem, crave carnage, adore destruction? Well, today is your lucky day. You have been invited to participate, witness the greatest, bloodiest, goriest battle in the universe, the Imperial Fight Festival. Rated M for mature. Come on down to Planet Mukau and enjoy a night of entertainment without any ulterior motives or deception. Offer only valid for fuzzy, long-eared orphans and their tiny robotic companions.
That sounded like Captain Quark.
Which means it's probably a trap. But it's our only lead. Let's go see what he's gotten himself into.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Ratchet. I smell a trap. But, anyway guys, that is going to have to wait until next episode. Until then, this is You Too Young for This, signing off, saying keep things frosty.